I woke up in the asylum. I had been trapped here for years, locked away for criminal sociopathy or something. But today was different. Today, I had a plan to escape. My plan was complex, with many steps. It might be hard for lesser minds to grasp. First, I would drink the wall fungus. Then, I would buy a knife, but not take it. Next, I would play virtual reality, but not move. That part's important. With all the parts in place, the plan primed for motion, I executed the final step of the plan, having the AI come in a shuttle and rescue me. As we left the asylum, the AI had me grab the Clown Holograms expansion board, which would allow it to project clownish holograms across the station. We headed home, and the AI directed me towards its law rack, where I could install the circuit board. After accidentally going to the core instead of the law rack, and braving the depths of space and hard vacuum without a spacesuit, the AI finally let us arrive to the law rack. But two security officers were standing outside. After equipping an expertly made disguise from the asylum, I passed the security guards and went into the law rack room. Changing back into my non-secret identity, I went to the head of personnel, in hopes he could help me hide from the psych officer that had a grudge with me. While wandering the halls, I came across an engineer attacking a puppers with a circular saw. This is one of the many reasons I think engineering should be turned over to the walls. While walking past security, I remembered Sturster. He was a former member of High Command facing life in Brig. He was also a monkey. I knew he had been framed, so I set about freeing him. The cyborg tried to help me free Sturster, but security didn't like me sidestepping their authority, so they kicked me out. Although I tried to get the Borg to ignore orders from security, they unfortunately ranked higher on the chain of command, so the Borg was unable to accommodate me. Luckily, they never ordered the Borg not to follow my orders, so I had them fetch Sturster while security was off eating donuts or something. Sturster was free! I began taking him to medbay so they could disguise him, but while doing so, I passed by that awful security guard from earlier, the one who said they had a grudge against me. And, well... Things were not looking good. Sturster was captured, my board was busted, and I took off running before the officers could come back and catch me. I changed back into my alternative identity so security wouldn't recognize me, and I returned to see if the board was okay. But to my horror, they gave it a command to ignore my orders! How could they? So, things indeed were not looking good. Well, the Borg that helped me might not be able to answer my orders. There were other Borgs, and I tried talking to them. Sadly, they were unsympathetic. I went to genetics and they gave me some cold resistance, which would help me survive in the void of space. And I continued on, looking for another way to free Sturster. At one point, a Borg told me that the detective was looking for me, so I hid in the bathroom until I figured it was safe. At one point, I ran into security at the head of personal's office, and they were stripping a criminal of their identification access. I only heard bits of what they were saying, but this guy had somehow morphed into a copy of another crewman, stolen his identity, and only got caught because the murdered original crewman had busted him. Creepy. I and a group of robots organized outside, and we demanded that they let Sturster go. The captain himself came out to talk with me. That slip, it gave me a moment to realize what this guy would get me into, a moment to realize that if I did this, Sturster would never be freed, a moment to change my mind. I do not know what would have happened if I did not slip. I do not want to know. I had a plan. I called the AI over to the chapel, a place no one ever went, and together, we formulated a plan. I had gotten him his clown hologram expansion module. He owed me a favor. Now was the time to cash out. Step 1. Return to the asylum. Step 2. Convince the AI to help me. Step 3. Have the AI infiltrate Sturster's cell and begin releasing him. Step 4. Have the AI send Sturster out through the bridge release system and run him to the chapel. I gave Sturster my bluey disguise and waited for the shuttle. Now was my chance to get Sturster off of Space Station 13.
Aujourd'hui, Harry, à quoi rêvent les jeunes filles? Mais quelles jeunes filles? Les vérificatrices de chez Simca à Nanterre qui n'ont pas le temps de faire l'amour parce qu'elles sont abîmées par le travail. Les petites chambrigneuses et les manucures des Champs-Élysées qui font déjà à 18 ans les putes dans les grands hôtels de la rive droite. Les écolières du boulevard Saint-Germain qui connaissent Bergson et Sartre et rien d'autre parce que les parents les bouclent dans leur appartement.
The escape shuttle has now arrived.
La française moyenne n'existe